Ladies and gentlemen, this is the burning truth.
Oh no, you go right ahead. You want to nip my pot? You do the introduction as well, Mr. Burns.
Oh, what was the matter?
You know, someone's a little bit antsy, because he wants to get, everything's got to be done at his pace. It's his pace or no way.
If it was my pace, we'd be on at 9 o'clock.
No, we
Not on
wouldn't.
the late shift.
Someone wanted chicken. Otherwise, we would have been on at fucking 9 o'clock.
Blame the sound guy.
I'm blaming the person that went, I need chicken. I'm hungry. And as the world knows, when Matt Burns is hungry, worlds go missing.
I can't see what your issue is. What's the problem?
And then, just casually looking through my phone, and it's already started. No, are you ready? No, I'm going now. Whoa, Fudge. I was ready at 6 o'clock.
Fudge?
Cheesecake.
Cheesecake fudge. Oh, what's next?
I'm naming all sorts of food. You might get excited and start dripping like a fuck fridge over.
Right, well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Matt Burns, and who you can probably tell is being very, very bitter and angry.
Not bitter, honest.
No, not honest. He's just very, very angry.
Do you want to see angry?
You can.
Because one of us is injured, and it isn't me.
I'm not actually injured, you moron.
I'll take a shot at the ribs and we'll see who coughs.
Go for it. I guarantee you'll get a receipt.
You've got to catch me first.
Oh, believe me, I'll catch it.
Just like you caught the chicken, innit?
I always get. And? Bit of Rocky there. Anyway, in case
I'm
you
going
want
to teach you how to eat lineman and crap thunder, kid. Now introduce me.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the asshole from the Staffordshire. This is the loudmouth, the JBL wannabe, the Jim Cornette's lover, which I can't say you can't complain at.
How much? No.
The Vince Russo wannabe.
If I book a clusterfuck, it'll be an entertaining clusterfuck.
This is the man, the myth, the legend, Nathan Goff.
And beside me is the annoyed, the compromised, the little bit red-eyed, Matt, the bad boy, Matthew Burns.
Matthew. Always mixing my name with a sneeze. Why? Right, folks, in case you're wondering, we did have some technical difficulties last week.
Yeah, someone was injured. Not me.
Not injured. We had technical difficulties. We had some technical difficulties, and we had some other issues that appeared.
Someone caught an STD. Again, not...
It's not an STD.
It's an STI.
It's
literally.
Not an STD. Oh. If you remember a while back, I was mentioning about a certain eye condition that I've had in the past, which is known as uveitis, which if mistreated and not looked after can lead to devastating effects.
Is it a form of a sexually transmitted disease?
No, it's not. If you actually look it up and do your research.
That I just said you shot up and it landed in your eye.
No. Oh, I can take someone. I can take into account that somebody's trying to do the after dark hours already.
Well, it's past 9 o'clock. I'm here. So we've been missing now for about 3 weeks.
3 weeks? No, 2. 2 weeks.
Well, we've had we've had the Leeds presentation.
Yes, which is the first week, and then we had last week.
So this is the third week. So It's been 3 weeks.
Well, it has been 2 weeks, but we missed 2 weeks.
So,
carry on.
There's 3 weeks worth of wrestling news to catch up on before Matt has an aneurysm. Which is a very good chance because the vein on his head's about reach the window.
The only question I've got is which aneurysm?
See, he did go to me last week. He goes, I don't know whether I prefer you sober or pissed up. He goes, you're a cunt when you're both. I think he's got his answer tonight. Pissed up.
He's a cunt either way.
At least I'm useful.
Really?
So, where would you like to start? Would you like to start with the supposed sale of TNA? Would you like to start with WWE, NXT, Cruiserweight Classic, No Mercy build-up, Miz being the best heel in professional wrestling still? Where do you want to go?
Clash of Champions.
Night of Champions.
Clash of Champions.
But once it's supposed to be Clash of the Champions.
No, just Clash of Champions.
But grammatically, is Clash of Champions correct?
No.
Shouldn't it be Clash of the Champions?
No, it's Clash of Champions. Clash of the Champions was the old WCW one. WWE decided to drop the because they don't want to be too associated with WCW.
Well, they own WCW.
As much as they actually do, but they decided to call it just Clash of Champions, which, if I'm not mistaken, as we were, if you were watching it, how many times did he say, this is the first ever Raw Brand pay-per-view?
Right, so bonus point before Matt spunks his load and says it early. If anyone can tell us when the first ever Raw pay-per-view was, bonus points for you. Have a cookie.
Definitely.
Matt will tell you in the next 15 minutes.
Actually, tell you what, we'll save it for next week. If you want to put an answer in, you can leave it in the comments.
Answered on a postcard.
Answered on a postcard, answered in the comments, whatever. Moving on, shall we? Shall we get down straight to the Clash of Champions?
Yeah, you go for it. I don't watch Raw anymore.
You don't watch anything lately, do you?
No, because I've been busy with pool.
That he has, folks. That he has.
It's a little bit of an exaggeration. I still do make time to watch.
He does. It's like a bit of a joke, but however, isn't this an event that I messaged you about?
This was an event that you messaged me about at 12:30 on the Sunday night when it was on at 1 o'clock.
I reminded you.
When one of us has to work, the other one doesn't.
I have to work. I do work.
What do you work as? You're a professional wrestler. So if you hadn't got a booking the next day, which you hadn't, then you could have a lazy day. You know, you staying up till 4 o'clock in the morning, that's fine.
Whoa.
Me being a member of the Joe Public.
Oh, he's trying to put me on a pedestal here. Trying to make out I'm this and that. I am a human being. I do have places to go, places to be. I also have to work as well. And some guy's just looking at me strangely because, but then again, he should be personally fighting as he isn't even doing his job right.
So
can't even do any sound takings because he's too busy sleeping.
So Matt's version of work involves opening packs on FIFA and trying to put together the perfect team to beat my Italian team. But as can be seen on TBT Games, he's losing the series 2-1 to this working class.
Giving spoilers, are we? You moron.
Well, if I was going to give a proper spoiler, I'm actually 6-2 up, folks.
That's not a spoiler. If people are actually watching it, they're not up to date.
Well, I'm 1-0 up at the moment.
Yeah, you're 1-0 at the moment in the series, but the fact that you just opened your mouth straight away, wingers and dingers. What, sound guy? Are you going to speak up? Speak up! Sound guy who doesn't speak. All he does is fall asleep. Anyway, no spoilers next time.
Yeah, it's fine.
Just in case you want to know what my esteemed colleague was on about, is we do actually have a gaming channel aside from this, which is TBT Games, which you can actually find on the Burning Truth YouTube page under the section of TBT Games. So, is there anything else you want to bark in?
No, well, all I'm saying is I'm winning the series and I will win the series.
It's a never-ending series.
It's the song that never ends.
I can already hear the sewing. Right. Shall we get back to business?
Yeah.
Shall we? You know, but in actual fact, speaking of predictions, you know, we're going to just do one thing. What happened with the predictions?
Someone messaged me at 12:30 when the pay-per-view was at 1 o'clock in the morning.
You were told beforehand.
I had to work at 6 o'clock in the morning, so messaging me at 12:30 is not an acceptable time.
So what? I had to be up myself at 5 o'clock in the morning.
I'm at 5 o'clock on Tuesday morning, maybe.
No.
But in all fairness, you know, if I'd have entered it, I would have won anyway. But that's the only way you win is when I don't enter the Raw ones. If you look at SmackDown, I'll whip your ass every time SmackDown pay-per-view comes
If
on.
I'm not mistaken, you were only entered into the SmackDown one because, and I quote, "I can't put them up. Could you put them up for me?"
I put them on my phone twice, and they didn't go to the page.
You should be ahead. You should pre-plan. Actually, devise a plan and calculate it. You know, just in case there are any mishaps. You know, planning instead of flying off the saddle from your pants.
Well, if planning worked, then you wouldn't be 1-0 down in the series, soon to be 2-1. But me flying by the saddle of my seats.
No, that's when you've actually used your planning card.
I don't plan. I just sit here bashing in. Yeah, front row, grab the ball by the horns, and let's go balls deep.
Bull crap. I'm calling there. Anyway, the results for Clash of Champions, or if you want the proper terminology, WWE Clash of Champions, we had in the Kickstarter match, which was Nia Jax versus Alicia Fox. Squash match. Everyone pretty much saw it. It's like, she's fighting back, she's going to get killed. Thump. One big move later, Nia Jax. Then we've got straight on to the next match, which is The New Day, which is Big E and Kofi Kingston, with Xavier Woods in the corner, going against Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson.
Luke?
No.
No. That's...
New Day.
No.
For the...
No. How did you pronounce his name?
Luke Gallows.
Gallows.
And next, you'll be telling me off Carl Anderson.
No, it's BB Gun.
Oh, for God's sake.
It isn't Gallows. Because if it was Gallows, there won't be a WS on the end of it. It'd just be...
Okay.
It'd just be an S.
Gallows. Gallows. There you go. For the pronunciation. That was for the WWE Raw Tag Team Championship, which the New Day won. Next, we had T.J. Perkins facing off against Brian Kendrick. Anything like to add to that match?
It's your sort of match.
I thought it was quite...
You prefer them matches because it's just full of spots.
No. It's something different. It's different. I'm not saying that, you know, I dream over it and everything, as you keep so clearly trying to state. It's something different. It's a different style. It's a different interpretation. I thought it was a fairly decent match. T.J. Perkins beating Brian Kendrick by submission. for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. Then next we had the best of 7.
That ends in a draw, for fuck's sake.
That ends in a draw.
Why not just have the best of 6?
Which is Cesaro versus Sheamus. Ends in a no contest. Right. Now, if you're going to end it in a no contest, they actually had a moment in the match where they could have ended it with a no contest, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
A certain dive. How bad did that dive look? It looked painful. It looked shocking. And for Cesaro to get back up and continue the match, all credit to him. And what takes out the match? A clothesline over the outside barrier. Where have we seen that happen before? Where have we seen that before? Oh, yes. John Cena versus Miz for the WWE title at WrestleMania. Which then had The Rock come back out and say, no, it's not ending like that. Restart the match. I was thinking to myself, oh, they're going to restart the match? No, they didn't. They decided, nope, we're going to end it on a draw because they want to do something else with it.
Why have best of 7 just make them go for the tag titles? If the New Day lose the titles to Sheamus and Cesaro, I am going to be so pissed off.
Oh, it's the old couple, isn't it? All over again.
It's nowhere near as funny as Daniel Bryan and Kane.
It may not be, but that's how WWE wants it to work. That's how they want to make it look. That's their choice. That's their decision.
Why don't you just transfer Cesaro to SmackDown?
No idea.
Why
not? They're saying that they can't, yet they managed to do it with Jack Swagger so easily.
Yeah, and we still don't see him.
What?
The land of opportunity, we still don't see him.
Yeah, we do. Oh, yeah, I forgot. You don't watch it. You don't actually watch SmackDown, do you?
I prefer SmackDown to Raw, thank you very much.
Well, then if you've been watching it, you would have been seeing them up against Baron Corbin. So do your homework.
No, I'm on about talking smack, like you don't see him on properly. You know, 5 minutes. In all fairness, SmackDown at the moment is half an hour of Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt, half an hour of John Cena, and then an hour for everyone else.
Mm.
In all fairness, Randy Orton's doing some of the best stuff I've seen him do in the last 3 years.
He's being entertaining. But we'll move on.
Kind of like a Jake the Snake. Randy Orton's sort of getting in that mindset of Jake the Snake.
Is he going down this snake orientation, are you?
No, I'm on about psychology, playing psychology games.
The mind games.
Yeah.
Which is quite clever. But we can actually continue that later on, as we need to finish this up first. If that's okay with you?
Yeah, you knock yourself out.
You wish that. Anyway, we've got the next match, which is Sami Zayn versus Chris Jericho. Now, on this, the results page I've got in front of me, it's clearly wrong. As it states that Sami Zayn defeated Chris Jericho. No, he didn't.
Chris Jericho did Sami Zayn.
Chris Jericho defeated Sami Zayn. So, whoever's been writing these results, do your homework. Anyway.
I thought you wrote these out on a pad.
No, I did not.
You mean you're Googling your results? Didn't you watch the pay-per-view?
Yes, I did.
So you should know them.
How many weeks? But I've noticed that, you're not chirping in at all.
Oh, you seem want to do all the work on your own tonight.
Oh, fair enough. Well, anyway, let's move on to the women's match, which is Charlotte versus Bayley versus Sasha Banks. Triple threat match for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. What did you think?
Good match, not as good as the main event that was on Monday, but it was still good. A little bit of fuck-ups here and there. I don't understand why they had a win at Night Champions to lose the belt the next night on Raw.
Yeah.
Why not just
hand the belt over there?
Yeah, because you could have a pin Bailey and you can set up the next feud afterwards.
Yeah, which would have done it nicely, but no. They didn't want to do that.
And why is it every time Banks wins the title, it's on a Raw and not a pay-per-view?
I noticed that myself, because it's because every time I've noticed that when Charlotte's on pay-per-view, it's like, she's never lost a title on a pay-per-view. What's worse, losing the title on a pay-per-view or losing it on Raw? It's not even a pay-per-view.
Well, is there any such thing as a pay-per-view anymore?
Good point. Okay, network exclusive.
Special.
Or special. Anyway, so we've got that next match, which is for the WWE United States Championship, which is Rusev defending his title against Roman Reigns.
I don't understand why they give Roman Reigns. No.
I can agree with you on that one, because Roman Reigns has been a former champion. It's like, I don't like how he got into it.
Do you know that now the Shield, all three members of the Shield, have held the US and the WWE heavyweight title at some point?
Yep. Yeah. But the stupid thing about it is, how did Roman Reigns get into the title picture? Loses WWE title, gets told off for not getting the title on Raw, and then Rusev comes out with Lana about his marriage, blah blah blah, comes out, ruins the supposed ceremony, and gets Lana filled with cake.
I think anyone won't mind getting Lana filled with cake, but or a cake filled with Lana, but
That's fair enough. But the point being is, it was like, oh, I haven't got a WWE title match, so I'll just insert myself into the US straight away, immediately. No questions asked. No more contenderships. It's like, where are the actual number one contendership matches? It's just literally, right, I've lost the WWE title, so I'll just go for the US. It just seems a bit lazy booking, I think, personally. There should be number one contendership. There should be, because if you've lost a title and then lost a rematch, you sort of go down. And then if you want to go for another if you want to go for a title of some sort, shouldn't there be some kind of pecking order? No, Roman Reigns, straight in. And instantly takes the title. What made it so stupid is, the feud with Rusev was getting Roman over. The second he took the title, boo! You're trying to get Roman Reigns over. Simple. No, let him lose matches.
Roman's over. A reaction is a good reaction. No reaction is a bad reaction. So, right. Roman Reigns is the second biggest merchandise seller in WWE at the moment. He sells more merchandise to kids. He's only beaten by John Cena. Women and kids love him. Roman Reigns suffers from John Cena syndrome, which is being fucked by Vince McMahon for too long. So, if being pushed by Vince as the guy is not being over, I think I'd want to be over. I think I wouldn't want to be over. I'd quite happily take Roman Reigns at the moment.
Fair enough.
He gets a reaction. Doesn't matter what reaction you get.
True. But I just think it didn't do anything much for the US title itself. I don't think it did much for the US title. All it's just done is just gone, right, Rusev, you've got the title. Roman's lost the WWE title, so we're just going to put it on him.
What would you have done with the title?
Me, straight away, I would have had Rusev beating Roman Reigns.
Why?
Immediately.
So,
he's beating a former WWE champion, which raises the prestige of US title.
If Rusev's coming out of this looking better than he went into it, would you still like a success? So Rusev has shown a side that he hasn't shown for a while.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying.
The United States Championship has had a main event person challenge for it, bringing its credibility up.
But then it's just gone back down.
Why is it it's being held by a main eventer?
Personally, I think Rusev would have been better staying on Rusev personally.
Well, if you stayed on Rusev and Rusev didn't have the feud with Reigns.
I'm not saying he shouldn't have had the feud with Reigns. I'm not saying that. Not disputing that. I think the fact that they had the feud actually was refreshing because I actually look forward to that match because it,
well, it isn't over yet. Rusev could get the title back in 2 months.
2 months. 2 weeks.
2 months.
2 weeks.
2 months.
2 weeks.
I won't get back at Hell in a Cell.
You're thinking in 2 months' time.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I thought you were referring to Hell in a Cell.
No.
Right, but I just think with it, it would. I think it didn't. I think it would have been better if Rusev kept it instead of Roman. Just it's the John Cena effect, which is I don't mind it a little bit. Being pushed and everything, but when it's to the point where it's literally, oh, I'm in the match. Guess who wins? You're making it too predictable.
Right. Well, you talk about the Seth Rollins Kevin Owens match, and I am going to prepare you a little surprise. This is a feature that we have had a private bet on, which is who has had more matches over the WWE years, which was between John Cena and Randy Orton or The Miz and Dolph Ziggler. So while you talk Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins, I will go find out who has had the more matches.
Okie dokie. We will get on to that right now. We'll have to see if you're researching. I want to see the evidence. We just don't want you talking crap. Anyway, back onto it. As I was saying previously, I'm not going to go straight on to the WWE Universal Championship match. As much as I like Roman Reigns, I just think it just didn't do the title any favors because it was literally it's come straight down. Oh look, okay. As much as he got told off for doing these supposed substance, breaking one of the rules of WWE. He lost the title, fine. Pay your dues and everything. But then it's like he's paid a little bit of dues and I'm just going, oh right, here you go, here's the title, run with it. Oh, it's your title. Haha, Roman Reigns wins. And as much of it, the best way to get everybody, the fans, the kids are still going to like him. If you want everybody on board with Roman Reigns, you should have had Rusev win the match because as much as making someone indestructible, John Cena super level, it doesn't do it anymore. Humanize them. They are people, of course. Come on. He lost his WWE title. He's lost this, lost that. Make him human. And once again, that also puts up Rusev. Builds him up bigger, badder, and everything. So then it looks more impressive when someone does knock off Rusev. It makes whoever knocks him off the real deal. Not, oh, right, Rusev's been built up. We've got thingy down, coming down. We may have humanised him a little bit, but we don't want to humanise him too much. So we're just going to have him go, super heroic and then somehow plant himself into a match because he supposedly interjected himself on somebody else's wedding reception, whatever. It's still questionable, which is technically somebody, doing like an interruption like that. Wouldn't that normally be heelish? A little bit. So it seemed a bit interesting at first because I thought it's showing a bit of a bad side. It worked, and it worked. But this is the point. Stop having your faces doing a little bit of heel stuff, and your heels doing some face stuff. It just seems illogical. But then again, you do have Vince McMahon saying there are no faces and no heels. Really? This is the wrestling business. I understand you're on top of the market. The only reason why you're saying that is because you're at the top of the mountain and you're dominating, right? Which is fine. I understand that you've got it, but the viewership has plummeted since you've supposedly taken over. If you're so spent on it, the ratings would still be up, or not down as much. So anyway, that's my little mini rant over the Rusev versus Roman Reigns thing out the way. We'll move on to Seth Rollins versus Kevin Owens. And in this match, we had Kevin Owens defeating Seth Rollins for the WWE Universal Championship. This was Kevin Owens defending the title against Seth Rollins. This was a bit of a difficult one to decide on because we didn't know what was going to happen. There's the whole speculation of Triple H being there and everything, and they're building up. I have to say, Kevin Owens, damn man, you were stiff. You're like you killed Seth Rollins. It was like slammed him head first into the barricade. That's for injuring wrestlers. You know, it looked like he just, slamming against barricades, destroying him and everything. But then, when it came to more like the finish, there was no Triple H. Which is the whole reason why Kevin Owens was the champ. Which, that means that hasn't settled. Which, they haven't really explained why Triple H has done it. It was just, he's turned up, boom, you're the guy, bye. And walks past Stephanie saying, you know what you've done wrong. But then Stephanie's in the WWE extras.
Did you see after?
That's what I was just bringing up. That she's meeting Triple H. There's little bits, but there's no actual.
It's long-term storytelling. Something you complain about that isn't there.
It isn't there,
it's
but
making a story drag out till WrestleMania, planting the seeds, and it eventually comes full circle. As fans, we haven't been exposed to long-term story planning for quite a while because WWE thinks we haven't got the attention span.
So basically, what you're saying is, it's been that long, we don't even recognise it anymore.
Yeah.
Possible.
Right. So,
but I just want to get this out of the way. For the actual match that actually for Kevin Owens to win, Chris Jericho got involved, and then a referee came down a little bit later, supposedly, and some people's theories are coming true or not. But anyway, moving on from that, that would be the entire result of the Clash of Champions.
Right. So, we have had a quick search. Now, I can't find the total for the Miz and Ziggler. However, I have found a figure that is true from October 2014 for how many matches Randy Orton and John Cena have had.
What?
Now, this includes house shows, Royal Rumbles, six-man tags, battle royals, and everything where they faced each other. Now, how many since they've been in WWE together do you think that they've had?
It's got to be high.
How many matches?
None. I've got no idea.
Have a guess.
Go on.
Have a guess. Go on is not a guess. Go on is a statement.
30.
What?
Joke. I just said a number. You just asked for a number, so I just threw a number.
315 matches.
Sounds about right.
So, if you put that as a match a day, John Cena and Randy Orton have nearly spent a year of hitting each other.
That's kind of scary, isn't it? That is scary, but would you care to explain any of the next story or anything while I just do a little bit of history so I can get your...
in all fairness, I've Dolph Ziggler versus I think it's a lot harder to find. I'd like to thank the Voice of Wrestling for the figure of 315. They provided us with the figure of that.
The Voice of Wrestling?
Yeah. So, 315 since 2014. So where this came from is we were having an argument earlier, which was settled by a gentleman's bet. Because I thought Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz had happened more times than John Cena versus Orton.
Hell no! Hell no, John Cena.
Which was brought up by the video off of Botchamania from episode 323. Because you just see endless times of Ziggler versus Miz.
Heel book actually turn around and say, "Welcome to the Randy Orton versus John Cena feud, 340, whatever." They've had, it wouldn't surprise me if the numbers is close to Big Show's number of turns.
But no, if anyone can find the figure for Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz, how many times they fought each other, whether it be house shows and Royal Rumbles, anything like that.
We will greatly appreciate it,
Yeah.
just so we can settle this. If not, and we do actually find out the number ourselves, we will be putting that on, most likely on our social media, so do keep an eye out on that, or we will be most likely announcing it on the next time we're on, if we've got the results by then.
No mercy.
Oh, so you're moving straight into the next event.
Yeah, you might as well do the predictions while you're talking trash about predictions.
Talking trash? I'm talking trash about predictions.
Okay, well, talking smack.
Really?
Being
a bit harsh today, aren't you? Picking on me.
You pick on me every day of the week.
I pick on you! I pick on you.
You're just a bully, Matt Burns.
Former bully.
Former.
Yeah.
I forgot you lost a match where you had to quit as the bully.
I did it. I got my word. The bully was no more.
Just didn't have what it takes to stay as the bully.
I don't necessarily need it anymore. I've shed that past. It's no longer there. No longer need to be a bully. It's not right. Be a star. Yes, Sangha, be a star.
Right, so no mercy.
No mercy. We'll move on to it straight away. We have 8 matches.
Right.
One of them is the kickoff.
Yeah.
And one of the other regular matches is they haven't actually announced the opponent.
Go on then.
We'll start off with the kickoff one, which is Jack Swagger versus Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin.
Jack Swagger.
Okay.
I'm going to go with. We'll jump onto the other one, which is Kurt Hawkins, who's making it supposed. Well, they're making out it's an in-ring debut, but knowing our luck, Kurt Hawkins will just turn up just to face the facts. Even though he's meant, next week he comes to SmackDown, and all he's done is going to face the facts. All he's just going to do is just move it to the ring, and then eventually he'll go from just doing it in the ring to then actually wrestling.
Okay.
So if he does have a match,
he should win it.
He should win it. So straight away, Kurt Hawkins, and you're Kurt Hawkins as well. Then we've got Nikki Bella versus Carmella.
Carmella.
Nikki Bella. I'm going to go with. The reason why I'm going to go with it is because I think Carmella she's, as much as she does need the push and everything, but Nikki Bella does need some sort of win. And the fact is, she's also got a brand new show that she's recently debuted in.
Yeah, but she's going to have to do all the rounds for.
Yep.
Which means she could do a couple of weeks off.
Possibly, but I think she'll take the win. I do that. That's my theory. We've got Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt. I'm going to go with Bray Wyatt.
See, it's a tough one because the belt has been all around facing fear. Bray Wyatt hasn't won a pay-per-view match apart from the count-out victory last time. And then
I believe he's beaten Daniel Bryan.
That was fucking ages ago.
Good point. Even so.
Randy Orton.
You think Randy?
Yeah.
If I'm honest with you, that feud, I don't, regardless of who wins out of us on that one, I don't care because I think they've built that one up quite interestingly.
It'll go again.
It could go again, yeah, definitely. Regardless of who wins or who loses. But it's been an interesting one, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So next match is The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler. Title, which is the WWE Intercontinental Championship, versus career. Meaning if Ziggler loses, he must retire.
I don't want to see the Miz lose the Intercontinental title yet. So I'm going to go for the Miz just for that fact.
There's rumours that they want Dolph in the back locker room. There's rumours. However, retiring at no mercy. I'm going to go against you and go Dolph Ziggler. I think he's going to keep his career, keep his title, and possibly extend the feud against each other so they can actually try and catch up with Cena versus Orton.
No, I can't see the Miz dropping the title yet. He's got too much momentum and too much attention to it.
He has, but I think Dolph will win it. Dolph will win it, but Miz will somehow get it back. Like probably on the next SmackDown somehow.
I just hope he retains it.
Fair enough.
It opens the way for people like Apollo Crews to get a regular spot on SmackDown. Apollo Crews can take the spot that Ziggler's had.
True, possibly, but I don't think management is actually quite high up on him because they don't think. A lot of people are saying he hasn't got much of a ring personality, as they're saying, which is what they need. They want people with personality.
Bring up Bobby Roode from NXT. It'd be
what
glorious.
Name? What was his name?
Bobby Roode.
Bobby Roode. As the ring announcers always keep calling him. Bobby Roode! Tell me I'm wrong. I'm expecting one of these days, he comes out with Winnie the Pooh.
And Tigger.
Oh, good Lord. I'm not even going to touch that one. Nope. Moving on. Tag team match for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championship, which is
Slater and Rhino.
Slater and Rhino defending against the Usos.
Slater and Rhino.
Slater and Rhino. However, I have to give Usos credit because I think their switch has gone quite nicely.
They should have feuded with American Alpha.
Agreed. They should be feuding with American Alpha, but it's not happening.
You can't set a line for the storyline and then go, you know what, we'll ignore that for the tag team titles.
Yep, but they did.
So as long as American Alpha come out and cost the Usos the titles, I'd be happy.
That's fine. But I think the Usos have been quite decent.
Yeah.
Haven't they? So, next match, which is for the WWE Women's Championship. SmackDown's Women's Championship.
Becky Lynch wins that match.
Becky Lynch versus Alexa Bliss. Yeah, Becky Lynch is going to win that one.
Hence why I had Kamala to win the first one. Because I don't think you'll have two face women winning a match on the same night.
True, possibly, but I don't know. It's just we'll see how it goes because WWE can throw a curveball now and again, and they can. Anyway, next, which is if I'm not mistaken, this is now the main event.
Yeah.
Which is the triple threat match for the WWE World Championship, which is AJ Styles defending his title against Dean
fucking
Ambrose.
Titty Master Ambrose.
Dean fucking Ambrose.
The Titty Master.
Versus And his name is John Cena.
But it isn't Summerfest. It's No Mercy-a-thon.
There's no mercy. No mercy.
In all fairness, I want John Cena to win.
Oh.
I don't think he will. I think AJ will retain, but I'd love John Cena to get 16.
I'm predicting AJ Styles.
I'm going with AJ, but my heart wants John Cena to win.
What? Because you want a bit of an
No,
attitude,
he deserves to get 16, and then everyone can move away from the fact that he's chasing Ric Flair's record.
I can see what your point is.
Just give him the milestone. Let him put someone over before he goes and records American Grit.
Is that in actually equaling?
It'll equal his WWE record. It won't equal his independent record.
No. Well, I was going to say nobody can equal that, but then again, wait a minute, Jerry the King Lawler.
Jerry the King Lawler is for titles held, not heavyweight titles. Just titles in general.
Fair enough. Well, we'll move on anyway. Well, I think AJ Styles will take that one. It's been a while since we've done that.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've been able to do predictions on air. It feels good.
Right. So the last thing I want to talk about, and it could be quick, it could not be quick. It depends how quick Matt turns into Jim Cornette and then transfers back to himself. Is the sale, or supposed sale, of Tits and Ass Wrestling.
Oh, God.
Total non-stop animosity.
Well, it's more. While I get the feeling, eventually it's just going to get the paperwork saying, "Sorry, TNA, you have been future endeavoured."
So supposedly WWE has bought the video library, so that's everything from 2002 to Bound for Glory.
Which straight away
leaves no history. It leaves no history for anyone.
If whoever takes over.
So basically, Billy Corgan,
who is, I think he got the most in it.
Yeah, he has now got to start afresh with just the talent contracts. Now, if he's had assurances from Pop that he can still have the time slot, then brilliant. But
fantastic.
Vince has bought the TV tape, the history. Tapes, and Billy Corgan's just got the contracts, and he hasn't got no TV contracts guaranteed. He's been shafted up the arse.
Pretty much. And just take into account, they had some previous buys in the past while they were with Spike, but some idiot wanted no, we still want Dixie in charge. And look where they are now.
But no, it should be interesting. So WWE has now got the availability to complete documentaries on Eric Young, Bobby Roode,
AJ Styles,
Sting, Kurt Angle when he comes back.
It's just a massive history. Christian,
the Hardy Boys,
when they come back.
There's just so much that they can finish off now. It's nice, like documentaries like from Mick Foley holding the heavyweight championship there while he was supposedly retired.
And they'll be able to stop referring it to that Florida company.
Yeah.
Or that Southern company. It'll literally be TNA, Impact, whatever they want to call it.
WWE Impact Wrestling.
Most likely. So straight away, they've got the history. If Billy Corgan was a smart man, he needs to change it completely.
I wonder how much Vince has paid for the tape library.
It does have to make you wonder.
4 or 5 million?
It's a possibility, but the question is that money going to be enough to revamp and change everything?
No, because supposedly a TV set of recordings cost $800,000 for TNA to do a recording.
Ouch.
So you can imagine how much he needs for.
I can imagine. I wonder if that's how they afforded Bound for Glory.
No, Billy Corgan paid for that out of his own fortune. Poor bastard.
Definitely. You can say that, but then again, if I will give him his due, if he gets this back up and striking as a top company, all hats off to him if he actually is able to pull it off. Notice the word I said.
I think he sold the whole thing to Vince, and Vince will just let him do what he wants with it for a bit.
You think?
Yeah, it's just basically like a plaything, isn't it?
Right, so basically what you're saying is he's actually secretly bought it, but he's using it more or less of a...
Think of ECW.
Yeah.
When Vince had a share in ECW and he used to send the check in each week without anyone knowing.
Which was quite clever. It was clever. And they had talents going back and forth between each other. Then again, you can say that anyway about TNA anyway, because they've been doing that anyway.
But no, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Right, but no, I think that's an interesting point for us to finish on this week.
Well, you could say that, but do you want to cover a bit of TNA?
No.
Why?
What?
You don't cover any TNA?
No. I'm not covering TNA until I know if it's a separate entity or not.
Ooh. Fair enough. I'll tell you what. We'll cover some next week, or the next time we're on, and I'll talk a bit more about it. And
it means you'll have to watch it.
What?
It means you'll have to watch it.
I have actually.
You enjoyed the Great War.
Honestly, it's not too bad.
Oh no, I enjoyed the Great War.
It was not too bad. I even watched the I can't remember what the name of it was. The Creek Cage match. Wolf Creek Cage match. Yeah.
There's some parts of TNA which are really good, and then there's quite a few that are shit.
There's good aspects. Right, I'll just go into one topic quickly, which is going to be a bit of a spoiler for Bound for Glory. If you haven't seen it, sorry. Tough luck. You've had possibly over a week to watch it. Right, straight away, you've got Bobby Lashley. This is meant to be the massive pay-per-view going against EC3. They've hyped it up, they've built it up. It's great. Lashley defends the title. No problems with the results. Fine with it. For then next week, on their normal television show, right, all titles are going to be defended, except for the EX division. He's in another match. But you say are going to have a choice of opponent. Moose, EC3, Eddie Edwards. But please pick carefully, because anybody can have a lucky night on any given night. No spoilers there. So Lashley goes, I'll pick Eddie Edwards because he's the easiest opponent out of the three. And lo and behold, what happens on the night? Eddie Edwards wins.
I know it is interesting, but
I'm not taking anything away from Eddie Edwards.
We'll discuss that because that's this weekend on our television.
That's why I said do apologise for the spoilers.
So that's Sunday.
Yes.
So we can discuss that next week.
I just think it's not been... I'm not taking anything away from him.
No, it's basically like Chris Sabin.
Yeah. It's literally, Lashley's okay to defend it on a massive pay-per-view, but he somehow can't defend it on...
He's a paper champion. Ashley's got a fight coming up with Thingy, I imagine, soon, hasn't he?
Bellator. And I can see what they're thinking. Get the belt off him quickly, just in case he gets his ass handed to him.
Yep.
Fair enough, but they've got Moose, EC3, Eddie Edwards.
Could put him in the ring with all four and then Edwards sneak away.
Would have made more sense. Would have made it look more better. Nope.
No. We'll cross that bridge next week.
We'll cross that bridge next week. One point of fact I want to bring up, even though we can't actually cover the results of the actual show, because we haven't actually watched it yet. But rest assured, I will most likely either post the results of WCPW Refuse to Lose, or we'll be mentioning it next week. The only point of interest I will be pointing out, who I actually do feel sorry for WCPW for on the night. They had some serious problems with on their streaming. This is not on the Fight Channel streaming. This was most likely the, if I'm not mistaken, the What Culture Extra streaming, which people have been paying for.
Yeah.
They've hopped onto it, and it was lagging, repeating, and not even working multiple times. They've had multiple complaints. In fact, to the point where a lot of the characters that are on the show have actually had to come out on Twitter stating, "We do apologise, we've messed up."
Yeah.
Which you can say, okay, they've held up the hands up and apologised and everything. But if they now watch it now on the more like the video on demand show, they can actually watch it after the event, not live. They can pretty much watch it okay, which nobody's actually brought up any complaints on that. They've only brought up the complaints on the live streaming of it.
Yeah, so
it just shows they've got areas to improve on. Hopefully, the next time they do the actual iPay-per-view, they will get all the kinks worked out. However, there was a lot of good compliments over the event, over the commentary work.
Yeah, well, that's been done by Jim Cornette and Jim Ross, hasn't it?
With Alex Shane.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting. We will sit and watch that and review it, and then we will critique that next week.
Yeah.
But other than that, folks, thanks for listening this week. Send us your requests in there. We're going to be doing some more content for the gaming channel, so stick with us for that.
Stick with us for that. Hopefully, we're going to try and get a regular schedule. At the moment, we're hoping for Wednesday to be a regular schedule for episodes to be uploaded. So hopefully, but that's not a promise. But once we have got a regular schedule, we will be making that more clear on either them episodes or probably just mentioning on here as well.
But other than that, folks, have fun.
Have fun, stay safe, and check out your local wrestling from wherever you may be. So, catch you later.
Bye, folks.
Bye.